Welcome to Qwest Coast, a live play Pathfinder podcast. Pathfinder is a collaborative tabletop RPG created by Paizo, inspired by earlier editions of Dungeons & Dragons. The Qwest Coast podcast is intended for mature audiences. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Welcome one, welcome all to Qwest Coast Podcast. I am Bill Borneo, and I am here with
Blue Jay.
And I'm Brick Chimneys.
A group known as the Garden of the Jeweled Eye became active on the continent of Korcha, eventually caused an explosion in a mountainous region known as the Scale Ridge Mountains. It was discovered that the Scale Ridge Mountains have a large depository of gold, which has led to a sudden booming industry in mining that gold. Most of the gold is transferred through a small town known as Anpaz, a relatively small town that is now beginning to grow, but it's also being handled by a private organization. Cielo Escalon has built a railway bordering the southern coast of the continent that goes through a few different passes as the raw gold is smelted, made into bars, and then eventually transferred via ship to Ceres to be added into the global economy. Our characters today find ourselves not in Anpaz, but a little bit further. Right past where the gold is smelted, there's a small little depot, a small town that consists of a saloon and inn, a general store, and a train station, known as Ruscale Point. We find our characters inside Nat's Oasis. It's not well decorated. Things are worn, pine, stained by a bunch of nicotine that's added a layer of dark film over the wood, but there's always a liveliness to it, and the food smells pretty good.
I'm playing a human summoner named Duchess Danger. Duchess Danger is sitting at the bar. She's got a glass of fine white wine. She's a very classy girl. I haven't heard of this gold trade going on. She's real interested in that there train. She's just enjoying her time in this town, though, living it up in this saloon. Is there any music playing?
There is indeed music playing. A nice, lively, old-timey piano is being strummed away at by a pair of a halfling and a gnome.
And she may have had a little bit too much to drink, and she's out there on the dance floor, whatever constitutes that. She's got her wine in her hand. She's spilling it a little bit as she dances to the jaunty tune.
A few swarthier-looking characters throw a few copper bits your way, and one, who maybe has also had a little bit too much to drink, tries to wrap his rather beefy arm around your waist. How much for a good time upstairs, wench?
I slap him. Hands off the merchandise.
In a dark corner of the bar, sipping on some red wine. Girl, underhand, a hobgoblin pistolero, have recently received a commission to be the sheriff of a town called Arthur, which is a couple stops away from where the line runs out of this town. Come in to wet the old whistle and then hopefully get on the train and catch some Z's. Currently, I am watching Duchess. I have been pursuing her for the better part of the last 4 weeks.
Oh.
And I keep rejecting him.
Just keeping to myself in the corner, slowly sipping, just waiting for the train.
Roll Thunderhand and Duchess Danger. The man-child did not like being told what not to touch. They swing at you wildly with their beefy hand. Does a 13 hit your AC by any chance?
I bet it does, because my AC is not very high.
Oh dear.
AC stands for armor class.
Wow, I'm learning. Touch AC?
No,
It doesn't matter. I have AC 12 total from my leather armor.
Oh dear. Well, actually, you know what? I did say he's just as drunk as you, so we're gonna say that 13 is actually an 11, and it misses.
Oh, thank you, Mr. DM.
Every part of this operation is inebriated currently.
A gentleman would never raise his hand to a lady. You should really keep your hands to yourself if you want to keep them.
Funny you call me a gentleman. I'm known here as Rough Ricky. And he swings at you again with all of his might, and with even less accuracy, he misses again.
I mean, this guy is actively getting aggressive, but I'm just going to attempt to walk away since he hasn't actually hit me yet.
As you walk past him, you hear suddenly the crack of a bottle. The barkeep has knocked him out with an empty bottle of hooch. And she motions over to the gnome and halfling, who have stopped playing the piano, snaps her fingers, and they both hoist up Rough Ricky and they throw him out of the saloon.
Well, thank you for dealing with that ruffian.
It's the least I can do for my patrons here. I've told him one too many times, if he can't be a gentleman here, he don't belong.
Don't suppose I could get a refill on this glass of wine?
It's on the house for your troubles.
Oh, thank you kindly.
She pours you a bottle of
A full
white
bottle.
wine.
Fill her up.
Just spills out into the bar.
She pours you a glass, and she pours herself a glass. What brings quite a sophisticated young woman such as yourself around here?
Oh, sophisticated. You are too kind. Well, I don't know. I hear there's business to be done in these parts, and I'm just excited to see what's out there. Really excited by these trains.
Are you riding the train today?
If I could get so lucky to get a ticket. I haven't actually gone over to the train station yet.
Oh, if you wouldn't mind, actually, I have a favor to ask, and you can have a ticket if you're willing to do it for me.
Well, that sounds much agreeable.
She finishes her glass of wine, pours herself a second, goes underneath the bar top and pulls out a brown package, and she hands it to you. I need to give this to a friend in Newport Town, and I'd rather not leave my bar for the day. I'm actually not a big fan of traveling, and I don't like these newfangled trains. If you would be willing to meet with my friend who is waiting for me, or will be waiting for me, at Newport Town at the train stop there, you can have this ticket, and you can tell them that Allison said to pay you 10 gold for your troubles too.
How big is the small? You said a small brown package.
Yeah, it's a small brown package about 1 foot by 2 feet. You can smell from inside of it somewhat of a hot meal. I baked some cookies for my friend. My friend is starting a museum there, and there are some items that I said I would be happy to donate, just from our past. And so if you could just be sure that they get them, I would be greatly appreciated, and you could just have a train ticket.
Sure. And these are going to the museum? That's how I'll find your friend?
They'll be waiting for you, yes.
Oh, they'll be waiting for me at the train station.
Well, they'll be waiting for me at the train station.
Waiting for you at this. So how would I
That is a good question. So look for Nathan.
look for Nathan?
Yes. You should be able to recognize him. He's a bit of a bigger half-orc. He has this very strange fascination with hats, so he'll probably be wearing something a bit foppish.
I tip my cowboy hat. I also have an appreciation for hats.
Then you two will get along famously. Oh, here. She'll pull out a red and white scarf and hand that to you too. If he sees that, he'll know that you're there on my behalf.
A red and white scarf?
A red and white scarf.
Like Waldo stripes?
Yes, but horizontal. So instead of
The long ways or the short way?
long ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what horizontal was.
I know. As soon as I said that, I thought, wait.
All right. Well, that all sounds mighty fine. I have no problem delivering this package for you.
I thank you. She will cheers to you, and
I will cheers to Allison, the friendly bartender.
too kind. The next train, by the way, is set to leave in 45 minutes. There's not a lot to do in Rust Scale Point. Again, it's only 2 buildings and the train platform, but feel free to explore it or ask anything about it.
Do I see the business with Duchess and Allison at the bar?
If you're watching as intently as you say you are, yes, you do.
So, Allison, I've never been on a train before. Can you tell me, like, is it scary? Are there, like, bandits or anything that attack while you're on the train? Is it safe?
So that is actually one reason why I am not a fan of the train. It's very bumpy, and that's just not good for my old bones nowadays.
I just feel like, I mean, I've heard these trains are transporting gold, and all that gold must be a big target, and I just worry about my own safety.
I would be a bit concerned. However, there's always guards on board, and if they're after the gold, they're not going to care about you.
Oh, that's good to hear, because, I mean, as you saw with that ruffian, I can't defend myself. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along.
Of course, of course. Although, full disclosure, there is a local bunch of ruffians who do some small-scale things, and I have heard rumors that they might try something a little bit bigger. They were here not that long ago. They're known as the Flatfoot Five. I'll gesture over to a wanted poster over by the billboard, and it's all 5 of them because they couldn't really afford to take individual posters.
They made the posters themselves.
Yes. It wasn't even because they were caught. They just wanted to make a name for themselves, so they handed it out like leaflets. And so you see 5 people that have the intimidating factor of the little rascals just trying to look tough in this old sepia tone photograph.
You know, I heard they were originally the wanted 6, but the 6th one died in their very first operation.
Maybe that's why they're not quite as ferocious as they claim to be anymore. But yes, there are some bandits out there that are trying to get the gold, but the trains are well guarded. There's guards on board too, and the train moves pretty fast, so I think you will be okay.
All right, Allison. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for the ticket, and I'm going to make sure your package gets to your friend Nathan.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm going to exit the saloon.
I'll wait maybe 10, 15 seconds before getting up, dropping some silver on the table and putting on my hat and collecting my effects and following her out into the town.
Roll a perception check for me.
+10.
Ooh, 21. Very perceptive.
As somebody who's adept at tailing people, you collect your belongings, you see 2 rust-colored lizard folk get up from their seats and begin to follow Duchess out the door.
What are they wearing? Are they armed with anything?
How familiar is Grohl with the lizard folk?
Probably not terribly.
One is a bit tall and thin. He is very well dressed.
Okay.
The other one seems much more reserved, a little shorter, much more stout, and is wearing what is akin to nicely sewn burlap sacks together. It's a tale of contrasts here.
Do they have any visible weapons or anything?
The shorter one has a sturdy-looking wooden stick.
Okay.
The other one seems like he can be really biting with his words. Otherwise, no weapons visible.
Okay. I'm gonna let them leave first, and then I'll follow them out.
I'm a popular girl. The second I walk into the tavern, I'm immediately opening the brown package.
You're immediately opening the brown packets.
Yeah, as soon as I'm out of view of Allison, as I'm walking up to the train station.
Okay. Well, I was going to ask you to roll a perception check. Can you just roll that for me? We'll do both things in tandem here.
That is a 14 plus my skill of perception.
I'm professionally perceptive.
19 altogether.
19 altogether. Okay. As you're opening the package, it feels like somebody is following you from an inconspicuous distance.
I'm going to look over my shoulder just to see who it is.
You see 2 lizard folk.
Rust-colored?
Rust-colored.
I knew it.
And they look at you, and the well-dressed one smiles.
And I don't recognize them, like I don't know them.
Not at all.
Well, I will toss my hair back, turn around, and walk up to him.
As you're walking up to them, and you did open the package, there's some chocolate chip cookies, some peanut butter cookies. There's a few different pieces of letters and correspondence. There seems to be an old uniform and an old banner. It looks like some sort of resistance group. You don't notice anything within the parcel out of the ordinary.
I'll eat a chocolate chip cookie as I walk up to the lizard folk. Delicious. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Excuse me, my good lady. Let me introduce myself. I am Rangishali, and this is my colleague, Smooth Scales.
Smooth Scales will just nod at you.
We are representatives of the Rust Scale community, which has lived harmoniously here for quite some time. We have recently had an artifact of ours go missing, and so we are taking it upon ourselves to search any parcels that might be suspicious to us. May we take a look at this parcel you received?
Sure. Yeah. And I hold out the parcel that's already open. Would you like a cookie? They're very tasty.
Rangashali takes a cookie, offers one to Smooth Scales, who shakes his head no. He eats the cookie.
Yes, rather good.
Looks at the contents inside here.
No, this isn't it. Okay. Damn.
Sorry, I couldn't have been more help.
No, that's quite all right.
The three of them have stopped no more than a couple yards away from the watering hole to keep the attention off loitering around where Rough Ricky was deposited onto the street.
Can you listen in from where you are, or are you just keep a visual only?
Probably just trying to keep a visual. Getting too close to here is probably not the play right now.
Okay. You see Rough Ricky is still there on the street.
Is he conscious?
No, he's unconscious, and it appears some horse droppings have been planted right by his face, too.
What a shame.
The poor oaf.
But I will search Ricky's pockets.
Roll a perception for me again.
25.
Now, in searching his pockets, you find a few silver pieces here and there. Looks like a rusty dagger that really can't do much. A stick that he's whittling. He's not a good whittler, however. And searching in his tunic, you find that there seems to be secret pockets sewn on the inside. And you see in very poor handwriting the following: Northwest Junction, 12:30, and the date is for today.
Interesting. What time is it currently?
8 a.m.
And we'll pocket the note. And maybe add one or two more silver pieces to his pocket.
A generous man. So Rangashali is going to shake his head a bit, and he's going to be pondering, like the Velociraptor meme.
What did Allison ask you to do?
Oh, the bartender? She just asked me to deliver a little package to her friend.
The package that you are opening and eating right now?
Let's just keep that between you and I, shall we?
Well, what did she give you for that job or that little task?
Oh, well, I was just looking for a ticket to get on the train, and she just happened to have one.
You got a train ticket to deliver this package over to somebody.
Seemed like a fair exchange. Am I in some kind of trouble?
No, but I'm going to present you with an opportunity. Hopefully, my incentive is a little bit better than a train ticket, and so you won't renege on the agreement.
Well, I'll have to hear what it is. You're being a little cryptic.
Of course. So, as I explained, there is a very precious ceremonial piece of jewelry that went missing from our tribe. We would very much so like it back. Our kind is currently not allowed on the train. Ideally, we wanted to find this necklace before the train departs, but it looks like we're running out of time for that.
All right, well, I mean, if there's something missing in your tribe, of course I will do whatever I can to help. What does this necklace look like, and does it seem valuable?
Well, the necklace, it does have some value to it, but we would be willing to pay you double its value, 5,000 gold pieces for its safe return. It really is a ceremonial, sentimental thing for our tribe.
Of course, I want to return that to you.
Mm-hmm.
And your offer is very generous.
Yes, and just in your display of good faith, We will withhold payment until you actually return it.
Of course.
Once you return it, yeah, we will pay you that 5,000 gold handily.
Of course, you should keep the gold for whoever finds it, even if it's not me. So it doesn't make any sense to give it to me now. I might not find it.
Clever girl.
He's going to pull out a piece of paper, and he's going to describe to you, as he's drawing,
A necklace that seems very lacy. There's a lot of braided string to it, and it's adorned with 7 jewels that increase in size, but they're not particularly spectacular. They're each of a different color of the rainbow.
Yeah, so you think that this necklace somehow ended up on this train?
There was a group of people that came to our tribe 2 days ago.
The Wanted 5.
It was not those idiots, no.
Oh, okay.
We have a monthly market, and so we were exchanging various goods,
The
and
market lasts for a month, or the market's only there once a month?
once a month we have a market that
Okay.
lasts a day or two.
Okay.
And so while doing that, we also like to have a cultural exchange to show people that lizard folk aren't what a lot of humans think we are. We're not these savage barbarians that are out to eat everyone. And so,
Oh, the thought never crossed my mind.
thank you. Thank you. That means a lot to me.
I have a lot of affection for lizards.
I knew I liked you. Now, anyway, while that was all happening, a fire started. After we evacuated everyone to safety, we put out the fire. We noticed that our cultural display was ramshackled and the necklace was missing.
Huh.
We were able to recover some other stolen items there, but not the necklace. All we know is that it was somebody that came from here.
From this town specifically.
This is the only way to get to our tribe. It's kind of a gateway. So, yeah.
One of them gateway towns. Leads to other towns. Harder towns.
Slippery slope towns.
Yeah.
So if you could try to locate the necklace on the train, that would be greatly appreciated. Ideally, if you could return it to us, you'd have to take the train all the way back. But
Yeah, how would I have to bring it to your tribe, or would I find you here?
you can meet me here.
Well, all right. I will keep my eyes peeled, as they say.
Why, thank you. Thank you.
he will tip his hat.
I will tip my cowboy hat. Cowgirl hat? Is it the same in fantasy? A Western hat?
Cow
What is-
person.
Cow person hat?
Cowfolk?
My cowfolk hat.
Cow folk.
Oh, but that implies that they're actually cow
There's
people.
a race of sentient cow, a humanoid, yada, yada, yada.
They're called minotaurs.
That might be disrespectful to female humanoid cows, but
We're milking this a bit too much here. Let's
let's get back to the ranch.
Tip my hat to them and carry on to the train station eating my box of cookies. Can I get a list of the contents of the box again? I just want to write it down.
It was a wrapped up parcel.
Mm-hmm.
And then inside the parcel is a plain wooden box, but a little extra protection there.
Mm-hmm. There were cookies. There was...
There was a half dozen chocolate chip cookies, half dozen peanut butter chocolate cookies. There's a pair of gloves. There's an old uniform. There is a banner that's been rolled up very intricately. There's a few different letters bundled up. And then there's a nice blue silk lining that was used within the box to further wrap everything. So that's everything you see. So you continue to eat the cookies.
And I proceed to the train station.
Once the Duchess has moved on from the lizard folk, if they're still in the same area, I'm going to stride up to them and try to get some information out of them.
Rangashali very quickly looks at you and gives you a nod.
In Udango's name, we praise. Do they have any reaction?
He seems to pause for a bit and then he smirks.
It's unusual to sing any praises to a fellow scale, but I appreciate that.
I worked with a few lizard folk back in the Union a couple years ago.
Oh,
They were good folk.
which branch?
Local 212, working on trebuchets.
Oh, the Siege group.
I was out there for a spell.
Smooth Scale's nephew just recently joined up, actually.
That's good work.
He specializes in ballistas.
Beautiful machine.
Well, Not going to beat around the bush. I saw that you were noticing us as we were talking to that fine young lady over there. I presume you're not interested in me or my comrade here, although we are pretty well dressed, I would say so myself. But, how can I help you?
Your duds are of fair quality. There's no discussion to be had there. Wonder if I might trouble you for a bit of information backed by coin as to what it is you discussed with the fairer-skinned creature.
You don't need to give me coin for that. As a matter of fact, you help me, I help you.
All right. How can we help each other?
I'll answer any questions you want. I explained to her that someone stole a tribal necklace of great ceremonial significance to us. We believe it's going to be on that train today, and we would like it back. And we will pay whoever gives it back to us handsomely.
I take it y'all will be staying in this town, or will you be riding on?
We'll be staying in this town. Would like to search to see if anyone, if they're not riding the train, if they're just staying around here, we'll find them. But because they don't let our kind onto the trains as of now.
I hear you. Fortunately, I reckon I won't be back this way once the train leaves. However, if you find your way out to the town of Arthur, you'd be more than welcome there.
If you find it and if you send us a message, we'd be happy to go there and retrieve it.
Happy to do that for you.
You the new lawman they're expecting?
So I'm told. We'll see what kind of law is there when I roll in.
We'll put her there, Rangashali. Me and Smooth Scales here, we are pretty much the head of the Rust Scales community here, and we try to keep things nice and copacetic with our fellow Corchins. No need for trouble. Times are rough as is.
Ain't that the truth? You should spend more time chasing away trouble than seeking it. And I think y'all are doing a fine job.
Thank you. Now, a deal's a deal. You, had some questions for me.
You already answered them, just wanted to know what y'all had talked about. Although I suppose it would be helpful if during your communique you detected any notion of where she might be headed.
Well, she said that she was told to give that package that she opened to somebody. Don't know where that location is, but I'd imagine she is going to go there. Although, given that she opened it, she'll probably just pitch it along the way and say she did it.
You would be in character for her.
Is she some sort of troublemaker?
Has been in the past. Ran with a couple of less than savory groups, if you catch my meaning. You reckon she's getting on the train here?
She got a train ticket from Allison as exchange for delivering that package. Poor Allison. Sweet lady deserves a little bit better than that. She's too trusting.
Ain't that the truth? Before I leave, I want to show them the note I pulled off of Ricky and ask if they have any insight as to what this might mean.
Well, Ricky is not a member of, but he's a known associate of the Flatfoot Five. And the Flatfoot Five have been popping their mouths off about trying to take a bunch of gold from the train for a while now, so this may be the big day for them.
Well,
I wouldn't take them too seriously, though. They are not good at what they do.
A fine comfort for more discomfort in times, I suppose.
Indeed.
Well, I will let you boys be. If I find myself in the circumstance of thwarting said plans, I will be happy to offer that assistance.
Thank you.
Smooth Scales will nod his head at you too, and they'll be on their way.
Since leaving the lizard folk, what direction has she gone?
You cannot...
Right, I would have been locked in conversation for a couple minutes.
Yeah, but
Okay.
She was heading east.
Okay.
So it'd be straight ahead from where you were facing.
All right. In the final seconds of us exchanging goodbyes, try to scan the immediate area. And once I feel like I have maybe a whiff or an inclination of the direction she went, deliberately pace myself slowly away from the conversation towards where I think she is. You said we had 45 minutes until the train gets here. What time are we at now after 2 conversations?
Till the train leaves.
Yes.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
About 15 minutes have passed total. So 30 minutes before the train leaves, the train is beginning to board and load.
Okay. Gotcha.
I was hoping to get on early so I can explore the train a little bit.
You are there early.
At the train station, can I see what sort of security measures are on this train? Just guards or anything that I can see casually?
How much do you look around the train? Are you just looking from one spot? Do you try to pace around it?
From the train station, I'm just in line to board whatever that looks like, and I'm just casually glancing and looking to see if it looks heavily fortified, if there's a large guard presence, or if it seems minimal, just something like that.
So it looks like from where you're standing right now, there's a moderate amount of security. There's about 4 guards that are pacing around where the cargo is. There are 15 cars total to the train.
And then that includes like the head car, coal car type thing.
So the head car up at
What's it called?
The tinderbox?
Not the tinderbox. The engine, I guess? Steam engine? Or not steam engine.
You're talking about the front unit or the back unit?
The front unit, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the
front.
the engine.
Okay.
You know.
I know like caboose is the back.
Right.
The front is not included as part of the cargo.
Part of the 15.
No, it is included as part of the 15. And the back 5 don't have any windows whatsoever. One could reason that those are probably just for cargo.
So we said there are 15 cars, not including the train engine?
No, there's 15 including the train engine.
Okay.
I'll walk around the train station and look to see if there's any sort of a information board where I can see the route of the train, maybe the layout of the train cars.
Car 1 is the conductor's personal chamber.
Okay.
Car 2 is the engine room.
Yep.
Car 3 is first class carriage.
Yep.
Car 4 is dining room for first class.
Okay.
Car 5 is the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Car 6 is the employees' lounge.
Okay.
Car 7 is dining for the commoners. Cars 8 and 9 are carriage for common travel.
Okay.
Car 10 is a security checkpoint. It is also where all the emergency supplies are stashed on the train.
Okay.
And then cars 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 are all cargo bays. And you can see that there's a guard and an attendant waiting in 2 different spots to begin letting people on board. If you pace around, I can describe to you what it looks like a little bit better.
I think that's fine, the description you've given me. I think I'm just going to try to board the train now, and I'll explore more on the train.
For some specificity, train engine is the term used to refer to the front piece pulling the cars.
For all you ferroequinologists out there.
Improve your train lexicon with the Qwest Coast podcast.
We know countries and we know trains.
We know countries and we know trains.
And we know math.
We know places, vehicles, and numbers.
As you approach, you see a middle-aged human who is already accepting tickets, and he looks at you, gives a little bit of a sheepish smile, and says, "Do you have a ticket, young lady?"
Well, of course I do. And I produce the ticket.
Punches it. Alrighty, welcome aboard.
Thank you kindly. I'm so excited. I've never been on a train before.
Oh, well, you're in for a fun and bumpy ride. To the right, please.
I go in to the right.
Going into the right, you'll see that each car is a little bit cramped. There seems to be 2 sets of seats on both sides of a rather narrow aisleway where 2 people can pass by, but there's a bit of a squeezing that needs to be done to get 2 people by at the same time. There is some bins at the top of where the seating is where you could put your cargo if you would like.
It's just like a big open car. It's not like compartments.
You're in the commoner's spot. There is no nice fancy cars.
I turn around to the ticket taker. Excuse me, from the posters, I thought the train cars would be a bit more private.
Sheepishly rub the back of his head and say those are the first class cars, and he wishes he could upgrade you, but all the first class cars are spoken for.
I mean, just knowing that there's first class cars, it's more than enough.
There we go.
I'm gonna travel up the cars, just exploring. I'm just excited to be on a train.
Okay.
I just want to go as far towards the front of the train as I can, just traveling through the cars.
Oh, okay. So you want to go, let's see here.
I don't know what section of the train I boarded.
So you boarded in car 8, which is the very first commoner car. If you were directed to the right, it's down car 8. If you try to go to the left, they'll let you in. and you'll see that that is a dining hall.
And that's towards the front or the back of the
Yes.
train?
That is towards the front.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go through that car then.
Okay, that's car 7. You now get to car 6, which is a car for the staff. You will see a guard there who will look at you and just shake his head and say, you are unfortunately not allowed any further.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just so curious about this train.
I'm so curious about this train. Why are you so curious about this train?
Well, I've never been on a train before. It's so exciting.
Oh, one of you. Okay. If you would sit over there, we'll give you a quick tour in just a minute.
Will you take a selfie sketch with me?
Fine.
She holds up a piece of parchment and starts drawing herself in the guard.
Okay.
The first fantasy daguerreotype.
As you're drawing the guard, you appreciate this.
She's not good either, by the way. She's no skills in drawing.
You appreciate this dwarf's rougher features, his grizzled beard, brown as a chestnut. You can also see just this increasing furrowed brow, and the more you draw, the more furrowed it seems to get, until the point you're done and he's just shaking his head as he's grimacing, and he says, well, that's not the worst I've ever seen. It'll be about 10 minutes. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, of course. And you're gonna give me a tour around the train?
Oh, I'm not going to give you a tour. That is Zaha's job. And he will motion to someone else, and you'll hear him say, we have another train nut here. Tell the conductor, then she can talk some more shop. Scroll.
Here I am.
There you are. You witness Duchess get onto the train.
I have some questions about the setting first.
Sure.
It sounds like the train is oriented to the left.
The train will be going to the left, yes. It travels in a clockwise direction along Korcha.
So we're assumedly traveling west, northwest?
Yes, so you're currently in the southwest part of the continent.
Okay.
You're going to be going up to west, then northwest. The town of Arthur is the penultimate stop.
Oh, shit, okay. I saw her get on the train. Is it possible that I saw which car she got on? Not what car she's been through, but was I able to see what car she got onto first?
Yes, you
Okay.
saw that she got into the Commoner Car 1, which is car 8.
Right. And you said there are attendants up and down the station between the cars. How many people are getting on the train? Like, how many people are on the platform currently?
So right now on the platform, we will say there's about 50 people waiting to get on board.
Okay.
You can see that there are 2 attendants, one for first class and one for the commoner's station.
Okay.
And next to each attendant is another guard, and then there's a group of guards that are hovering around where the cargo is.
Before Thunderhand gets on the train, as he's approaching the threshold dividing the town from the station, he's going to produce a small piece of chalk from his bag. And as he goes into the station proper, he's going to straddle one of the walls briefly. And probably for like no more than 2 or 3 seconds, drag the chalk across, I assume, the stone or the brick. He'll put it back into his bag and flag down, assumedly, the commoner attendant. Flash his ticket, ask, where am I sitting on this here contraption?
As the attendant begins to motion down the right and points out that there's letters and numbers that'll show where the exact seating is, although most people are pretty understanding. If you want to switch seats with them, it's not too rigidly enforced.
Okay, that's good to know.
That being said, the guard next to him gives you a quick look and motions over to the chalk. Yeah, you're leaving us some artwork there, buddy?
My apologies, cultural practice. My kin did not often find themselves in consistent or secure housing. We mark what we can as evidence of where we've been. Hopefully it remains long after we go.
You notice at this time that you're speaking to a fellow hobgoblin, and he gives you a playful push and says, well, I know that, but you gotta be careful around here. You know everyone likes to think the worst of us.
I know. You know what they say about our culture, don't they?
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a goddamn second.
I'm waiting, officer.
Gruel, how are you not going to recognize an fellow Union hand?
Who is this? How do I not recognize this person?
It's me, Gruel.
Oh, girl, you son of a bitch. I ain't seen you in, 9, 10 months? Where you been? How'd you end up here?
Well, after you left, things kind of went to shit. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And, the train's really paying well, so... And you know what? People are nice to me here. Like Nestor here, him and I get along pretty good.
You're dressed well. You look well.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
I think in a goblin real quick, Gruel will say something to the effect of, fuck a human though, right?
I mean, if there weren't so many of them, we could just eat them all, but...
The one and only time the entire night that Gruel will actually laugh.
And you just hear Nestor say, I remember that word.
Man.
Eat. Are we eating something? I was just saying we should catch up during lunch, Gruel and I, so, yeah. But you pick wherever you want. But wait, where are you readying the train for?
They got me going out to Arthur.
Did you get
I did.
Nestor, write a special pass for our fellow lawman here. Although keep it on the down low, you know how people are around these parts.
I would appreciate it.
Gruel, how's that sister of yours doing?
Do you remember Grimblop?
You mean the wee little runt and you used to always run around with us?
They're dating now.
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm not happy about
What does she say in him?
I don't... He sings, she says.
Alright, well, I suppose that's fair. Not like many of us know how to do that particularly well.
It's just if you want that, go... I don't even know. Just as long as they're happy, I guess.
So she ain't dating that pirate no more.
He died.
That's a damn shame.
He tried to cross Captain's flag.
Bad idea, I hear.
Very bad idea. Hope you don't have to encounter Captain Slag in your new job, because that would not be a good day for us.
Yeah, fingers crossed for that one.
Yeah. Alright, Nestor, you done with that pass? Alright, so with this pass, if you do need to get anywhere, the guards won't give you too much shit about it. They might, give a sassy comment here or there, but you're unimpeded, my friend. Enjoy your trip.
I'll bring him in for a hug. Keep a weather out for the dainty girl with the yellow corn hair.
And he'll respond in Goblin, do you mean that blonde with the stupid hat that came on a minute ago?
Yeah, the hat is the thing I hate the most.
She went to the left and she got a tour with the conductor, I hear.
Any idea on where she's sitting?
She's in the second commoner car, but like I said, they don't really honor the seating too much here, so...
Alright. Girl, it's been a pleasure. Nestor, thank you for your accommodating. I will do my best to keep the ride as pleasant as possible for all people concerned.
Grawl will give a nice nod and a pound on the chest. Nestor will say what he believes is, may you go with grace. As Grawl has taught him, but in reality it's, you are better than me, please don't eat me.
Gruel purposely taught him cuck phrases. Nestor will get a pass. Nestor means well. He's a good boy.
He's harmless.
There are worse racists in the world.
Yes. Well, he's not even racist.
That's right.
He's just culturally ignorant.
An anthropologist, Nestor is not. Hardened and full of mirth after running into a former union worker, the Thundercat's probably feeling a little bit better about what he's trying to pull off in a pretty tight time frame. As he gets to the crossing between car 8 and car 9, he'll look left and right, up and down the aisles. If he catches no glimpse of the Duchess, he's going to sit in car 9 as close to the threshold between two cars. If he does catch a glimpse of Duchess, he's going to try to sit either in the same car as her at the other end of the room, or if she gets into the car behind him, he will sit in the front car, also again near that threshold between them.
You do not currently see the Duchess.
Okay.
Then as I board onto car 8, car 9, I will go further down to car 9, close to the boarding spot, and then start setting up.
If this was a TV show, our camera would pan over to where we see the Duchess. Out popping up from the front, short gnome with green hair and bluish soot on her face as she lifts up some thick goggles. You could see her pink skin underneath the goggles, and she gives a beaming smile and says, "So I hear you like trains."
Red Dead Redemption music starts playing.
On
Quest Coast! Thank you for listening to the Quest Coast. This was the first episode of Rich's Derailed, so I hear you like trains, with myself, Brick Chimneys, as Squirrel Thunderhand, Blue Jay as Duchess Danger, and Bill Borneo as this adventure's Conductor. Changing things up a bit, there will only be 2 aside quests this adventure, 1 mid-adventure and 1 quest complete, so get ready to hop aboard with Duchess and Thunderhand next Quest Thursday. The theme song is Borrowed Time by Tao Wu. Check out his music on all music platforms, that's TAUWOO. Artwork for the podcast is created by Jordan Chao. You can find more of his work on Instagram at Chowderbrains with 2 Z's. Thanks again for joining us on Quest Coast.
What is that face?
Oh my goodness. It's the Dwarven Guard who was very upset I was sketching.
It looks like the evil organ from like the Christmas Beauty and the Beast movie.
I can see why that guard was very upset.
I'd like to think that like she started the sketch, got whisked away by what was her name? Zaha. Got whisked away by Zaha, and then once the tour was over, she immediately came back and forced the dwarf to sit through the rest of the selfies.
Selfies were a much longer process back then. Too bad this is an audio medium.
It's a shame.
Well, we could make that like the icon for this episode.
Oh, that would be so good.